It's an interesting time for me. Traffic cars. Here I am still at Frisch's. I interviewed with this lady who owns her own transportation company. I met with her twice. Both times went very well. I believe she had no doubt that I could do the job just fine. But I think it was a mistake. I mentioned that I made a bit under $87,000 when I met with her. I told her that just so that she would understand what someone else valued. I think someone touched my car. Whatever. I just told her that so she would understand what someone else valued me at. So I thought maybe that would make me look good, but I think it made her think that, why is this dude wanting to work for $17 to $20 an hour for me when he could be making more somewhere else? Well, if I could make more somewhere else, I'd try and do that, but it's not so simple. Try to apply to business analyst jobs and they don't get back to you too often because there's a lot of, well, who knows why. Anyway, I met with her at like 1. I was with her for like an hour and a half yesterday, and she was like, yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow just to let you know what happens. She didn't give me a call. I called her at like 2 p.m. And she's like, yeah, I want to talk to another person first because, you have a higher standard of living or something like that. And in my mind, I'm like thinking, no, I do not have a higher standard of living right now. Yeah. But so I think she's super hesitant about wanting to hire me because I made more, and maybe she'll think I want to jump ship if I find something else, which is partly true, but also I was considering her because she said I was considering her before she told me this, but there's an option for sales commission. If I bring in new customers, I can make 20% of the profit she'd make. And so I was all over that idea. But I was thinking, man, I'm going to grow her business. I'm just going to make cold calls and try and do this after I'm done with office work. But so she wants just like a transportation clerk. She said clerk. I don't like the word clerk. I like the word associate or something else like that, or planner. So in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm going to do like the clerkish stuff. I'm going to be really good and really fast at that. Then I'm going to move on to try and get her new business. I was going to be like clerk, and half business development in my own mind, and make a bunch of commission as much as possible. But I guess her idea is just, she's 77, her husband's 81, I think, or 80-ish. She's just looking for something to just help her to scrape by. I think she's doing rather well. Not super multimillionaire, but she might be worth $1 million. But she's just looking for someone to help her continue what she's doing at her current pace until she wants to let go. And that's not what I'm about. I guess I'm too ambitious. So I don't think I'm going to get this job. She seems too doubtful. And honestly, I think it depends if it's a good decision for her. If she wants to grow, if she's still wants to be ambitious in her old age, then I would say I'm a good choice. But if she just wants to, put it on cruise and continue going, then I think I'm too antsy for that. I'd want to grow. I'd want to grow my own income and things like that. So it depends on her, I guess. But, she knows more than I do. So I've got that hurdle. And then the Walmart thing, I contacted some people and they said that so I applied for a team lead position at Walmart. I was super hyped about this. I was like, I want to do great and move on to a coach and higher up position. But they were about to offer me a team lead position, but then they asked me about my availability. I said I can't work sunset Friday to sunset Saturday for religious observation. They said, can't hire you. And I was really upset about that. I contacted some people. I was like, isn't this religious discrimination, or shouldn't they be able to accommodate some religious observation here? And I'm told that they did by offering me a lower hourly position, the step down. That doesn't seem correct to me. I was like, hey, one of the coaches said, you are more than qualified for this team lead position. And then they accommodated me by offering me the position below the team lead position. So that didn't make me feel good and happy and unaggressive. That made me feel aggressive and angry. But yeah, so I'm still waiting for another return email about that because it seems a bit ridiculous. But yeah, I'm interested in fighting that as far as I can, but we'll see. So it's not been a happy past 7 days for me, or it's been a bit discouraging. Yeah, but that's how things go, I guess. Yeah, I'm discouraged. I don't want to do this job any longer. I put in my 2 weeks maybe a few days ago because I was like absolutely sure I was going to get this job with this lady who owns her transportation company. Because she was like, I know it seemed like Providence that she came into Frisch's on my day at my table, and I just had a business background that she was kind of looking for. It's like we were kind of just drawn to each other in this situation, but I don't know if it's going to work out. Yeah. And then I just asked my manager here first. I was like, so could you do your job if you didn't have to work 1 day a week? Like you didn't have to work any Saturdays? And she basically was like, yeah. And I asked that because I was thinking like, okay, could I be a manager, be in management in Frisch's and observe the Sabbath, sunset Friday to sunset Saturday? And her answer was basically like, yes, that you could do that, except unless like the building's burning down. So I was thinking about that, but I don't want to be in the restaurant service. And then I have to be like a shift manager, and they make only like $18, $19 an hour. And then I have to do that for probably at least a year. But I probably have to do it normally I think other people would have to do it for a couple years before they can move up. But if I'm like super ambitious and like try and like hit every metric possible, then maybe I could make it to like assistant manager instead of just like the shift manager in a year. But then I've got to do shift manager for a while, and it's like, I don't know, I've just taken one massive step, like multiple steps backward from $87,000 a year, and it's kind of hurts, but also yeah, I don't know what to do really. Also, I called like 2 Walmarts near me because I put in my 2 weeks notice here. I'm like, oh dang, even if I need like an hourly associate at Walmart, I think I want to try and do that. But I may try and do that, then become team lead. And once they do hire me as team lead, I'm not going to say anything about my availability. Then when it's like, yes, you're a team lead, then they're like, oh, you can't do this because you don't work on this time period. Then there's actually been a lawsuit in the past for this exact situation of my same religion, and this guy won. It was at the Supreme Court, so I think I'd be in a good position, but that's going to be a long time. It's going to be a gamble, and it's just complicated. All right, I've been leaving my table alone for like 9 minutes. I'm going to go check on him.